Today I'm going to show you how to do a make one right and a make one left. This is a stitch that's in the current pattern fingerless mitts out of the Jade Sapphire 6-ply cashmere, which I'm not using. I'm using a much larger yarn here because it'll be easier for you to see what's going on. And also you'll be knitting that in the round. So if I were on the first side of my round, the pattern says knit 2, purl 2, whoop, purl 2, and begin to do the make one to the right. So what I'm going to do is my right hand needle goes in from the front, picks up the running stitch. That's the stitch that comes from the stitch on my left hand needle and goes to the stitch I just worked into on my right hand needle. Pick that up from the front and set it right on the needle. And then when you knit into this, you have to come around and twist it. And notice that this fingertip is pushing against that stitch to help it open. Alright, knit that stitch. And there is my make one. You'll see that more clearly after I finish the row and come back. Then I'm going to knit 2. Now I want to make one left. This time I'm going to come back to front, lift that running stitch up onto the left hand needle, and then knit into the back of it. And you're knitting into the back of these to close them. You can maybe see, let me go ahead and do the purl 2. Let me finish this row really quickly. You'll see more clearly what I've accomplished. So I have my knit 2, purl 2, my make one to the right, there's that angle going to the right, knit 2, and then my make one going to the left, and there's that angle right there. So when I come back around, you know, if this were my mitt, I would knit 2, purl 2, knit 4, because these stitches that I've created I want to bring into knit now. This is continuation. I'm ready to do my second make one right, and if you see right here, my first make one right, there's a stitch coming out of nowhere, and then it's got a stitch coming from it and another stitch coming from it. What I'm going to do is, again, front to back, lift it up. My finger pad is pushing against that stitch so that it's easily open and accessible. Knit. Now I have to knit 4 because I remember I've made those extra stitches. Alright, that's number 4, and now I'm going to do the make one to the left, swinging around from the back, lift it up onto the needle, and this I'm just going to take the tip of the needle and swing right into there, because why pull it out and then poke it around again? So knit. And here, what I have is my next round, knit 2, purl 2, knit 6 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these 2 new stitches right here. So you can see how the gusset is beginning to build, and that makes room for your thumb. So there you go.